Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Dillis, and I hope you enjoyed my last video about my experience in America, or culture shock that I experienced when I moved to America. So, ooh, thank you guys for all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for your comments. I'm definitely working on all of the things that you mentioned, especially the volume. So I'm hoping that this one today is going to be much more better than the last one. So, um, today I'm going to be talking about coping after a breakup, right? Like moving on after experiencing a breakup. I know that most of the people that are watching my channel or my videos are actually adults who are definitely or who would definitely go through a breakup at some point in life. And emotional stress is one of the most difficult things to be able to deal with. And when it comes, sometimes or most times we don't even know how to handle it and how to move on from that. Most times we end up just hanging there, not knowing what to do, and then killing ourselves for nothing, putting so much blame on yourself, and not being able to get back to life or picking up real quick as soon as you should do, and move on. So today I'm going to be talking about sorry about that. I'm going to be talking about a few things that you can do to move on from a breakup. So today I'm really having lighting issues because it's about to rain outside, so it's a little bit dark, but well, we still have to go on. I hope this video helps you somehow. Now, most times when you go through a breakup, so I have it all written on my phone. I just made short notes after my research that I did online, and then some few things that I actually experienced by myself. So I wrote them down so I could be able to, give it out. When you go through a breakup, or if you just experience a breakup, whether you're a guy or you're a girl, it doesn't matter your gender. I mean, breakup definitely turn to hurt each and every one. It doesn't matter whether you're a guy or you're a girl. We all go through that emotional stress. We all try to heal. Even if you're in a relationship with somebody that didn't like you at all, the fact that that person is not going to be seeing you from time to time, I mean, there's just that connection that works between two people. And when you're not seeing that person anymore, you turn to miss that person. So all of that drains you emotionally somehow, whether you like it or not. So most times, especially we ladies, I know that some guys do cry, but most times it's us the ladies, we do the crying a lot. But trust me, if you have to cry, cry for as long as is necessary. Just take your time out, cry it out. um you know you have to, if you want to beat yourself about it, go ahead, beat yourself about it, but you need to cry. You need to let it all out. I'm saying that you have to cry. It doesn't mean that you're weak or anything, but there are people that when they cry, they actually feel better about something. So if you're one of those people that have to cry to feel better about something, or to feel like that situation has been solved, then you need to cry. If you feel like crying at any time, that's you letting out your emotions, right? It doesn't depict weakness in any way. If at any point in time you have a problem and you feel like crying, you're just an emotional person. Let it out. Cry, just let it out. If crying is going to help you, just cry. If you feel like crying, like I said, just cry. Let me not be repeating things. Just cry, cry about it, so that once you're done crying, you feel better, you feel relief somehow. It feels like that burden has been lifted up, that whole stress is gone. Part of it is gone. It's definitely not going to go completely. It's gone. There are more things that you have to do to help yourself. Now, another thing about what people usually do when they go through a breakup is that they try to mask it. They try to make it look like, oh, I'm okay, I'm strong, I'm all of that. You end up to break down more when you do that, when you know deep down in you that you're hurting. Especially when I'm still on the point of you crying out. If you feel like crying and you're holding it in, I mean, I know that you definitely have one friend who doesn't know how to show emotions like that. I have a friend, when her dad passed, she didn't cry. She was strong. She was the one, holding everybody like, oh, it's okay, daddy's gone. Sorry about my dress, guys. My top. I don't know what's going on. It keeps going like whoop whoop to this side. I don't know what's going on. All right. When her dad died, she was the strong one. She was, trying to help everybody to cope and all of that. She didn't cry during the burial. She still didn't cry. She was so strong. I was so amazed. I was like, oh my god, this is really good. Like, but she was holding it. I could tell she was masking it, and she was grieving at that time. So I didn't want to tell her, babe, let it out, let it out. I just said, you know what? That's her own way of mourning her dad. That's her own way of crying. Maybe she's just a strong person. I'm not a strong person. I'll watch a Nigerian movie and cry. I'll watch a home movie and cry. I was watching Saving Bango the other day, and at one point, I started crying. So I'm so emotional like that. So I'm like, oh, maybe people are just strong. Everybody's not like me, crybaby like me, and all of that. So, but when her dad was buried, and then she moved back to base where she lives, so she actually passed out. Like, she collapsed, she fainted in her house. It was a whole struggle trying to revive her, because she was keeping all of that stress, all of the emotion. She was masking it, she was bundling everything, and then she ended up, when it had to come out, because it's like you sleeping, or you not being able to sleep, or you trying to cheat nature. It's definitely going to come out in one way or the other. So when it's time, when it's there, when it's happening, just let it out, just cry, let it out, and then you feel better about it. So the second point is, talk to someone you do not know, or people you trust. Now, let me tell you about why I think that you should talk to someone you do not know. First of all, I don't know whether I should say black people or Africans, we tend to judge each other a lot. I could come and tell you my story. I know you're my friend. I think that you're my friend, and I'm telling you my story. I'm like, oh, you see, this is what is going on. I have a group of friends. One of them told the other one her emotional stress, her relationship issues, and then they turned around one day. One of them turned around the next time and actually insulted her with her problems that she was going through. I mean, that was so low. So that's why I mentioned that, talk to someone that you do not even know. You could be maybe somewhere, maybe you're traveling, you're in a bus or something, or you're in a train, or whatever it is, or whatever means you're using to travel, and then you meet someone, maybe the person is sitting next to you. In the course of your conversation, because you don't know that person, sometimes when you're going through some emotional problem, you just need to talk to somebody. You just need to open up. You just need to let it out. They used to say a problem shared is a problem half solved. So maybe that's what you just need. Just share with that person at that time. You don't know the person. The person is never going to use it to judge you afterwards. Just let it out. Just tell somebody, and then hear the person's own point of view about it. Hear the person's own side. That person is going to end up consoling you and letting you know that, it's okay. We've gone through stuff like that. It's normal. Life is definitely going to go on after this. If you feel that this is the end of the world, it's not. Just those encouraging words. You definitely need it. If you have to talk to somebody that you trust, I'll always suggest you talk to your sibling, or you talk to your mom. Some of you have really good friends like that you can really trust, but if you don't feel comfortable about that friend, I'll advise you to talk to your mom about it. I talk to my mom about basically everything, right? If I'm seeing somebody, I tell my mom. If I'm going through some kind of emotional stress, I tell my mom. I call my mom. I'll be sulking on the phone. Just tell your mom. I think that's the best person that you can go to with any kind of problem that you have, because that's the only person that would genuinely feel the same way that you feel. She might not feel the same way, but she would. She's your mom. You're part of her. So that's it. Just talk to somebody that you don't know, or talk to somebody that you trust. That should be a sibling, your mom, or if you have a friend that you trust like that, or a relative that you trust like that, go ahead and just tell that person and let it all out. The third thing is, get a hobby. Find things that you like to do. That's number 3, right? Find the things that you like to do. Start going out. Don't keep yourself idle and all of that, because once you stay idle, you start thinking, you start having things in your head, what was he doing now, what's she doing right now, why did he break up with me, or why did she break up with me? Is it that I'm not fine like that, or I'm not this, I'm not that? Just find something, do something. Go ahead and do something with your life. If you like riding bikes, find a friend who likes same thing. You guys go on a bike ride. If you like to travel, plan trips with friends, they'll take you out and all of that. And then another thing that I forgot to mention about you telling somebody is the fact that once you tell somebody, especially if you tell somebody that you trust about what you're going through, most times these people will find a way to help you out of that situation. Like if you tell your mom or your siblings, they'll always want to find something for you to do to distract you, just so that you're not thinking about that person, thinking about that relationship, and thinking about the breakup, and then you keep hurting more and more and more and more. So it comes back to you finding a hobby. If you like to travel, go ahead, travel, find friends, you go with them. There's going to be some kind of distraction. Before you know it, in a couple of weeks or a month or two, all of that would have died down, the emotions would have gone down, the hurt would have reduced, and then you just pick up with life from there. Because you know what? After a breakup, life goes on. You know how we always feel like, oh, my relationship is over. Am I ever going to see somebody that is going to be like him, that's going to treat me like her, that's going to love me like she did, or that's going to just be, I don't know if I'm going to, we always, we whine about all of this and on, go on and on and on with it. But guess what? Before you know it, you're strong and ready for another heartbreak. So yes, so you just have to find something to do to distract yourself. Number 4, make plans, travel, travel with friends, do the things you like, be on a schedule. It's just about the same thing. Just make sure that you're not idle in any way. The only time when your mind is not working on something should be when you are asleep. Just get busy. Don't let it get into your feelings. Just be busy about something, be busy with something, read a book, start writing a journal, or you can start up a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter. You can make videos about something. Just find something that you like to do. You can start braiding, you can start traveling and stuff like that. There's a whole lot of things to do. The 5th thing, do not go into another relationship immediately. I'm going to talk long on this because most times that's what we end up doing. When you break up with somebody, right? Especially girls, let me put it that way. You just go to your text messages, scroll through, blah blah blah, find the next person that has been asking you out for forever, and you start calling that person because you think that you're gonna go out of that that hurt and that heartbreak because you're in a new relationship with somebody. Guess what? It doesn't work that way. Maybe it has worked for some people. You guys are just a different breed. If that has worked for you, you're just different like that, and you're really strong. I really applaud you for that. But normally, moving from one relationship to another relationship immediately usually doesn't really work fine, because you know why? All of your emotions are still buried in the old relationship. You're just using this new one to be able to scale to the next level. You're just using it to be able to heal. Most times, if you don't have closure from this, I swear, this stuff is really just getting on my last nerve. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Most times, if you've not yet had a closure from the old relationship or the last relationship, you're definitely really not gonna put in your all in this new one. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive that person that you're in the old relationship with. You need to have closure. You need to accept. You need to come with terms with the fact that it's done. You need to accept that it's done. You can't be in a new relationship and you're hoping that the old relationship could work out. Because most times what keeps us still hurting is the fact that we are thinking that this relationship could still work out, but the person is already with somebody else. So, or the person's life is going on. So you're like, oh my God, so I was thinking that this relationship could work out, but I can see this person is going on and on and on with this other lady or with this other guy. It means that this is it. And then you keep hurting yourself. So going to a new relationship is really, really not the solution. But if you've done that, it has worked for you, that's fine. But in my opinion, and asking from other friends and other people, they have also attested to the fact that getting into another relationship is just going to hurt you more and end up hurting that person that you're in this new relationship with. So heal first of all, get the closure that you need, forgive yourself, get ready. You should, within you should know that, okay, I'm ready for a new relationship, let's move on, let's do this, and then you go to your next relationship. So that's how it's supposed to be. Number 6, it's work through it with a therapist. If you're in a society that has therapists, you need to see one of them. If you think that you need to see one of them, Please don't limit yourself. Go ahead, talk to a therapist. You can have a friend that's a counselor. Talk to somebody, just go to somebody to talk to you, advise you on how to move on. Somebody that is neutral, somebody that doesn't have any interest in the relationship, like on this part and on this other part. Just talk to that person. The person is going to help you. You're going to rant to that person, vent, do all of the things that you need to do, talk it out, and the person is going to help you pull through that difficult situation. Number 7, stop texting or calling them, and don't block them. All right, see, let me tell you something, right? Don't delete their numbers, don't block them, but don't text them and don't call them. Because when you start texting and calling them, you're giving yourself the impression that, oh, this can work. Maybe if we start being friends again, and then we could, move from being friends to something else, and then we get back to where we used to be. Let them be. You don't know I could come and break up with you, but I'm hurting as well. You know what I mean? I'm also hurt. I might just be breaking up with you because there's some things that are just not sitting right with me in the relationship. It doesn't mean that I don't like you. I could like you, but I'm just breaking up with you. I could love you, but I'm just breaking up with you because, okay, this isn't working for me. You're like this. I don't like stuff about you. And then another thing we usually do is most times we don't tend to tell the person why we're breaking up with them. We're just like, we don't tell them the truth. We're just like, oh, I just need a break. Oh, I just think that this is not working. All of that is going to hurt that other person because that person is never going to have closure. They don't know the real reason why you left them. So don't stop. Don't ever text them. Just let them be. Let them go through their own emotional phase that they have to go through. You go through yours. Don't block them, because when you're living your best life, man, these people have to be seeing it. The person that broke up with you has to be seeing you living your best life. Update your WhatsApp status, do the things that you have to do. Let life go on. When you block them, the other person feels like they are winning. It shows that you're really hurt. You know what I mean? It shows that you're really hurt. Oh, you can't even deal. You can't even stand them. You can't even see them. Don't block them. Let them be. That's something that we girls, we do a lot. I will block you. I will block him. I've already deleted his number. You can never ever contact me. Don't block them. They're not your enemies. Well, me. Yeah, they are my enemies somehow, but I don't block them. I leave them. Let them be there. Well, yeah, don't block them. So we move on. Number 8, try to get closure. You need it to heal. Get closure. The only reason why you should be talking to that person at that time, I mean, of course, before the breakup, you guys talk, right? Like, some people break up by just stopping communication with you, or but try to get to them. Oh, what's going on? Why are we breaking up? Why are you doing this? The person is going to explain their own side of the story, and get the closure that you need. All right. Sometimes they're not going to tell you the real reason, but I know that when you're in a relationship, whatever it is that's going on in that relationship, you already know. You see, the truth is that we human beings, right, we know when a relationship is not fine. We can rate our relationships on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 10, sorry. We can rate our relationships, right? Of course, what are the things that could make this guy break up with you or this girl break up with you. Most times we know. Sometimes we would not know, because some people know how to pretend like that. But once you know, take it in, accept it, get the closure that you need so that you can be able to heal. I mean, I had a relationship that the person broke up with me and just said, I just think I need time. Nothing, just give me some time, and then that was, how people, they always say that when a guy or a girl tells you that I just need some space, I just need time, it means that the person is actually breaking up with you. I didn't know that thing was for real until it happened to me. I didn't heal. I didn't get closure for a very, very long time. I kept on trying to contact the person, thinking that, it was going to work out again. Oh, let's talk about this and all of that. And then I end up being the fool. Oh, I look like Boo-Boo the fool, because this person had moved on. But because I didn't have closure, I was thinking that I could fix this. I was thinking that, he just said, I just need time. maybe it's time enough, we can move on from that phase and then to the next phase or something, or we can get back together and all of that. I kept on trying to contact the person, trying to call friends. Oh, have you guys talked to him yet? Do you want to, it was just crazy. I needed closure. And when I got the closure that I needed, because I had to work on it by myself, because I wasn't going to get it from the person. I had to work on it by myself. I had to accept it, that this relationship was over. You need to move on. And then I did. So you definitely need the closure. Number 9, it takes time to move on. Don't beat yourself if it doesn't happen immediately. Yes, it cannot happen immediately. Some people, there's some relationships that you'll be like, you know what, oof, over and done with, done and dusted, we move on, next person, please, hello. But some, you're going to be there. You're going to be on it for God knows how long. Like, it would drive you crazy. Like, I don't even know what to say. But don't beat yourself if it doesn't happen immediately. People invest emotionally. People invest financially. People invest differently in relationships, right? And people are different. If you don't heal immediately, and normally I'm a very fast healer, or I move on really fast from relationships. But for this one relationship that I didn't have closure, so I could not move on. And yeah, if you are somebody that moves on really fast and then it's just not happening, don't sweat it. Don't beat yourself. It's going to take time, and taking time is okay. It's okay. And don't feel terrible. Don't feel like, oh, you're so much into that person and the person is not into you. That's you. That's how much you put into that relationship. So it should not be a problem. Just take your time. But trust me, as long as you start accepting it, as long as you find closure, as long as you build a wall around you about it and accept the fact that relationship is over, you're definitely going to move on from there. And you get into another relationship knowing your flaws, knowing how to fix them, knowing your mistakes in the other relationship and all of that. And you will be fine. Trust me, you're going to be fine. The 10th and the final point on this is don't overdo it. Now, let me put this phone down right, because I'm done using it. When I talk about don't overdo it, is most times when people break up, especially us ladies, guys do it too. When we break up, we think that we should show the other person that we are fine. Oh, I'm living my best life. Oh, life is amazing. Oh, I'm better off without you. Oh, you were just a burden in my life. Oh, you were just eating up my soul. Now that you're gone, I'm fine. And then we end up exaggerating it. Sometimes it could be true that you were in a toxic relationship, or you're in a relationship that you wanted it to end real quick, but because you did not know how to do it by yourself, then it happened eventually, and then you're fine. And then you find some people, they'll be posting pictures, they'll be posting motivational quotes, they'll be posting emotional quotes and stuff like that. They'll be posting all these things that we go and screenshot from the internet, or we save them from the internet, or when one door closes, another one opens, yada 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 yada, all of those stuff. Look, you're doing too much. You look at those kind of people, their WhatsApp status has, these small dots. When you post a picture, like you post 3 pictures, it's just like 3 round stuff around your image or your display picture. But these people that break up from a relationship, before you know it, that means say that round thing, no, their own dot, small dot, like 1 million of it. They've posted all kinds of pictures, all kinds of motivational quotes. They post themselves in clubs, drinking and partying. They post themselves traveling. They post themselves like, you guys just do too much. You're just showing the other person that you're really, really hurt. You're showing the people around you that this thing is really affecting you. And trust me, people will use it against you. Do what you have to do, right? If you have to be traveling and all of that, because I already talked about traveling, I'm not about to contradict myself. Yes, it's a good thing. It's you trying to get out. It's you trying to see the world again. But don't stop being all over social media. That's exactly what this point is all about. Stop being all over social media. Some people go ahead to cut their hair, especially women, like, oh, new look, this. It's not even necessary. Just be you. Once you start changing things about yourself when you're going through an emotional, or you're going through a breakup, people turn to see see more than that. You could just be doing you, but people tend to see more than that, and then they tend to look at you like, and then it gets you back in your feelings all again, and then you start suffering, you start hurting all over again. Just be you. Don't do too much. Don't do past yourself. Let me just put it that way, you know. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and see you on another episode of Keep Coffee with Dillis. I'm actually going to do reviews of the Cameroonian movies on Amazon Prime, so you guys stay tuned, and see you another time. Thank you very much for watching.